Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question to the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocket.radio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
It is Coffee Ann on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us this morning. Tuesday morning, it's March 19th. My name's Joe Callahan. Thanks for joining us on the Coffee Ann program. Linda Tebow is here. Good morning to you, Linda.
Good morning.
Nice to Dance Diva is here today.
Yeah, I'm the dance diva today. I'm dancing today, so.
That's very nice. We forgot our Dance Diva shirts, Ed.
I
We can't
don't
be
have one.
We can't be in the backup group.
We kind of match, though.
We kind of matched. All right, there we go.
We're good.
Ed Crew for the Crew Investment Group is here. Hi, Ed.
Hello there.
Nice to have you here. And comments and questions can be called in 766-1240. We're going to get to one in just a minute. But Ed, time for your first message from the Carew Investment Group.
Okay, thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Are you retired or retiring soon? Well, that's great. Congratulations. You may be retiring, but your money can't afford to retire. I'm Ed Carew of the Carew Investment Group at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. At the Carew Investment Group, we offer personal investment management of client money, especially from the proceeds of their 401k distribution after they leave the workforce. So to find out more about our services and for professional management of your investments, you can call me or you can call my son Paul at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, thank you. And a note was called in, 766-1240. It just says, are you a diehard Boston Red Sox fan? The season does open a week from Thursday,
Really?
opening day. And they say, I ask if you're a diehard fan because they open with 10 games on the West Coast, which says 7 of them will start at 10 o'clock at night, our time.
Oh.
So I used to be a diehard Red Sox fan. I don't do the 10 o'clock games anymore.
10 o'clock games. That's too late
So,
for me.
the first games are usually, 4. Sometimes if they're on the East Coast, usually at 1 in the afternoon. So maybe there'll be one at 4 I can see. But the 10 o'clock games, well, I'll wait till you come back to the East Coast.
Yeah, I'll read
Yeah.
about it in the paper the
Yeah.
next day.
Yeah,
It's just as good.
That's
Yeah.
right. Hey, it's the way the schedule works out sometimes.
Yeah.
And maybe the weather will be better on the West Coast. Opening day.
Well,
It's
yeah.
really cold in April.
It's cold in April.
In Boston up there.
It is, yeah.
All right, the latest, by the way, on the financial aid form.
Yes.
The Department of Education has said that they have released some FAFSA forms to some colleges. I should say that the other way around.
Yeah.
They've released the FAFSA to some colleges. They won't tell you which ones, though.
Oh.
So I don't know if it's going to my daughter's schools or not. And I'm probably not. They're probably going to your bigger universities.
Yeah.
Like a Harvard or a
Yeah.
Yale or something like that. And so they're hoping, and I read this on their website. I love seeing the word hope.
Hope. Yeah.
We hope that all the students are able to get their financial aid packages from the schools by April 1st.
They have to make choices.
Look at the,
Yeah, right,
look
yeah.
at the time.
Yeah. Plus, the students have to make their decisions
Yep.
by what, May?
Used to be May 1st.
Yeah.
Some of the schools have moved that out to June 1st.
Oh, they
but
did?
not all of them.
Oh, boy.
And some still have it as a May 1st deadline.
Yeah.
Make a decision.
Yikes.
So we've received nothing yet. So
Tax dollars at work.
at work, it is hurry. Still, it is hurry up and wait. So speaking of the federal government, Ed,
Must we?
Well, the feds are they have their March policy meeting
Yeah, today and tomorrow.
today and tomorrow. Are you going to it?
Am I going to it?
Yes. No.
No.
Oh, okay. Rate cut? Yes or no?
No.
No. Is that definitive?
I just said so.
Well, that's you, yes. Usually you give your opinion on this, but have they come out and said no rate cut this
No,
time around?
they'll say it Wednesday.
Oh, all right. We could have meetings first
Yeah,
to come out and say no rate cut.
No rate cuts.
So what else will they accomplish? Anything?
Oh, they're going to revise the dot plot.
I don't know what that is.
Well, they polled each of the Federal Reserve governors as to where they think interest rates will be in 6 months, a year, stuff like that. And so that's what they, and so each one of those has, like one guy might say, well, interest rates will be at 4%. Another guy will say, no, it'll be 4.25. Another guy will say 5, and so they put them on a chart. And
All
they call
right.
that a dot plot.
All
You know,
right.
and it's just a way that they project what they think the economy is going to do in the future and where they think interest rates are going to be according to how they think the economy is going to work out in the future. Are they usually right? No.
I was
But-
going to say, who are these thinkers?
Well, it's the Fed governors, the Federal Reserve governors, like the
Governor.
Bank of Boston, the Bank of New
Yeah,
York,
yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah,
all over
yeah.
the country. There's a dozen of them anyway.
So-
And
So they make this plot.
yeah.
Okay. And then what do they do with it?
Well, they use that as
As an educational tool?
no,
As a
no,
basis
no,
for
it's not a
anything?
very good educational tool.
No,
But
it's just, I think.
well,
I
that's
think.
what it is. That's what this is. That's their each governor's projection
Yeah.
because, and they'll be different because what's going on in Boston as far as the economy, as far as business and employment and everything is different than in Chicago and different than in Seattle. So it gives you a picture of what each Fed governor all over the country is seeing and expecting from their area that they represent. So it's useful, but it's not usually right. It's a tool that's a work in progress.
All right.
It's their opinion.
Yes, it's their opinion on a certain day as to
At
what
a-
they think
at a
is going to
certain day
happen
and time.
in the future.
Yeah.
So it's just as easy to throw darts at a dartboard.
Yeah, I guess.
And you'd be just as right or just as wrong.
Well, I mean, at least there is some thought that goes behind
well,
the dot
okay,
plot. There's
okay.
not much thought that goes behind the dot board other than aiming at it.
and skill. Yeah.
Skill.
You ever try to get a bullseye in darts? Very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And speaking of business, was it yesterday, the day before? Joanne Fabrics declared bankruptcy
Yes, I saw
Yep.
that. on
and
the news, yeah.
closing all their stores. Is that did I read that right? Or are they going
That's
to try
what
to
I
stay
heard.
closing all
Yeah,
their stores?
Yeah.
Well, people just
That's been around forever.
yeah, and I
Okay.
always thought they did pretty well, but I guess as everything with retail, I guess maybe people are just going to Amazon
Yeah.
and just buying it off online. It's just
How can you
easier
do
to get.
that? I mean, I've never been to Joanne Fabrics. I never made a
A purchase
jacket
there.
or a purse or whatever. But don't people generally go there and look and feel the material before they decide what to buy? You
Well,
can't,
they do exactly. Yeah.
can't do that on Amazon.
No, but like, I've been to that place it's in Attleboro, I think.
There was one.
Once in my whole lifetime because I'm not a seamstress or anything or
Mm.
but yeah, you see all kinds of people there that and maybe people are not selling as much as they used to as well.
Well, I'm sure they're not selling as much.
You know?
I'm not.
Yeah, I mean for
I
them
would
to
think
go
that the younger generation doesn't.
no,
you know,
no.
Crochet.
No,
or-
no,
Yeah.
no. Well, not only crochet, but buy fabric and buy them, make their own clothes because
Yeah.
it's the instant gratification. They have to
Yeah.
order it and get it in a half an hour on Prime, Amazon Prime or something. So
I don't know
yeah,
if they're making their own clothes, but like curtains or
yeah. But do you feature some? Yeah. Do you
No.
think your daughter's going to make her own clothes when she
Oh,
goes off to
no,
college?
not at all.
No, her
No,
own
no.
curtains.
No, she's not gonna do that either. um,
know.
But I have seen when I've gone into the store, usually with someone else because I don't know what to buy. They're buying yarn or like that,
That kind of stuff.
and making
yeah.
small little projects. And the only thing I can think of it is, all right, we want to feel the yarn or see it, and they're just gonna buy. Let me buy I don't know 5. I don't know what you would call it, 5 rolls
Yeah.
of yarn. This one. You get them sent to you. All right, now you feel them at home. Okay, I like these 3 and these 2 I just send back.
Yeah. Well, but I think people that do that, they go for a brand.
Is there a
it-
brand of yarn?
Sure,
Yeah,
sure,
okay.
yeah, sure. Not that I'm a knitter, but I used to make some things. But yeah, there are certain, brands that they might be used to buying and that you could buy online easier, cheaper,
Okay. And the other business news I saw, I think I saw it over the weekend. Babies R Us
Yeah.
are going to be inside Kohl's.
Kohl's, I saw that,
Like,
yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Okay. So not Toys R Us. I mean, it's not going to be toys,
Yeah.
but a lot of baby stuff.
Baby clothes,
carriages,
yeah.
bassinets,
Clothes. Yeah,
clothes
yeah.
for baby,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So they're kind of doing what Sephora came in,
Yeah.
all that perfume stuff,
Yeah.
and took out a big section of coal.
Kohl's, yeah.
It all depends on the size of the coals too.
Yeah.
Over here in North Smithfield, is there a Sephora?
Yes.
In that one, there is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Babies R Us is going to take over a portion of the Kohl's stores. I'm not sure when they're going to start this, but relatively soon. Probably try to get it done before Christmas and be ready to go with it. So, well, okay, good for them. Keeping it on the business side of things, your friend Ed, Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, what did Bernie do now?
Oh,
Or what did he say?
He wants a 32-hour work week.
Oh, yeah.
Did you read about that?
Yes, I did.
He wants, you still get paid the same.
They need mental health days.
And you're right, but you get paid the same amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
You just get paid for, instead of getting paid for a 40-hour work week, you get paid a 32-hour work week.
But the same amount of money as if you worked 40.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Uh-huh.
you make
So it's like
50,000 a year. You
make-
still make
You
50,000 a year.
instantly get a raise.
Yes.
Sure.
And you instantly have to replace the person who's not there with
The
another person
person.
who's
So
going
it's gonna
to
cost the
get you
business as
more
a whole.
money, who's going to cost you more money, and that's going to be inflationary like to no end.
Yeah.
No, I think does he see it as, okay, we're going to work, everybody works Monday through Thursday, everybody gets a 3-day weekend, or a 4-day weekend if there's a holiday.
Yeah, you're not going to close supermarkets and all kinds of other
or a
businesses
hospital.
Friday, Saturday,
Right,
and Sunday.
those businesses, any retail, you're right.
Yeah.
Fire, EMS, police, I understand those don't close.
Yeah,
No,
they're
they
not-
don't.
They're
No.
not
Hospitals don't.
closed.
No.
The automobile dealerships are not going to close.
Schools
Yeah.
don't close.
There isn't much of anything that's going to close.
And when I thought about that too, I said, well, all these places that won't close, and I'm thinking, why doesn't Bernie just, leave his hands off business? Just let them do what they want to do.
Exactly.
If you want to close the office every Wednesday and only work Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, that is your call.
Yeah.
That is your choice. Go ahead and do it if you want.
If the government gets involved with trying to tell business what to do,
That's what he's doing.
everything is going to go
Right.
crazy.
Exactly.
Okay.
No,
This
this
is like inflation is going to go nuts again. You know,
How does he not understand that?
Why does he want to do that? He surely
It's for
isn't.
the worker. From what I read, the CEOs are making an astronomical amount of money,
Sure they are.
and they're living high in the hog,
Yes,
and
they
they're
are.
not passing the money
Yeah,
down
no,
to the lowly workers.
Well,
This
they-
will somehow, he thinks, going to even it out.
Well, wouldn't it make more sense if he's feeling that way than just give them a little bit of a raise, but don't pay them 40 hours
But he
for
can't.
32
He
hours
can't
work.
tell
He
the
can't.
businesses to give them a raise.
No.
But I can put a bill in, and he is putting a bill in the Congress. Make it it's a mandatory, I think, a 32-hour work week
That's
instead of 40.
crazy. That is crazy.
all right. Now, I'm not sure. Maybe you've heard this, but I'm not sure that the bill says you work 32 hours and you get paid your 40-hour pay. That as if you worked 40 hours. Do you only get paid for 32 hours? In which case, you're going to need a part-time job.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
All right, if you're making $500 a week, for,
Yeah.
$100 a day,
You're gonna-
and instead of working 5 days, you're going to
need a
work 4
second-
days, you're
need a
making
second-
$400
yeah,
now.
second job.
All right,
yeah.
so are you going to pay them $500 for 4 days? And another part of that bill is time and a half after 32.
Yeah, right.
You're right.
There you go.
Okay, he introduced a bill to establish a standard 4-day work week in the United States without any reduction in pay.
Okay, so there it
So
is.
there it is.
There it is. So now what do you do on that day that the guy is not there?
That's right.
You got to hire another person
you
to do the job, which increases your expenses.
It would require overtime pay at a rate of 1.5 times a worker's regular salary for workdays longer than 8 hours, kind of like it is now. And it would require overtime pay at double a worker's regular salary for workdays longer than 12 hours. The 32-hour work week Act would also protect workers' pay and benefits to ensure there's no loss in pay. It's an important step towards ensuring that workers share in the massive increase in productivity driven by artificial intelligence, automation, and new technology. This is Bernie. Yeah. Today, this is a quote from Bernie Sanders. Today, American workers are over 400% more productive than they were in the 1940s. I don't know where he comes up with that number.
I don't know, but I think they probably get paid a little bit more than they did in the 1940s.
Yeah.
And yet, millions of Americans are working longer hours for lower wages than they were decades ago. That has got to change. The financial gains from AI and automation and all that, and new technology must benefit the working class, not just corporate CEOs and wealthy stockholders on Wall Street. It is time to reduce the stress level in our country and allow Americans to enjoy a better quality of life. Stress. We need more mental health days.
More mental health day. Go right back to that.
So he's got a few other of his friends introducing. Sanders introduced the legislation with Senator Butler of California, Representative Takano, also of California.
Of course.
So, yeah. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah. Well,
it sounds great, on the surface. Hey, 3-day weekend all the time. This is going to be awesome. Yeah, but then you go back to, no, people still be working 5-6 days a week, 6 days per week, maybe
well, I
7.
mean, what do you do with the schools? What do you do with the hospitals? What do you do with police? What do you do with fire?
It's like I said, you're going to be hiring all of these additional people to fill in the
Right.
hours, and unemployment is so low now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You won't be
Where
able
are
to
you
fill
going to
it.
get these people? Oh,
Exactly.
we got to let them cross the border.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the latest there. So we'll
It's
see if
the latest.
we'll see if it goes anywhere. Anyway, so Ed, time for a second message now. We'll take our first break on Coffee In, but time for a second message from the Carew Investment Group.
Okay, thanks again, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group. Integrity, trust, service. 3 words that sum up what you can expect from the Carew Investment Group at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. Established in 1987, we've been helping local investors to build wealth and guide them through their golden years of retirement using quality stocks of companies that you know, many of which pay quarterly dividends. We also use investment-grade bonds and exchange-traded mutual funds, or exchange-traded funds, however you want to word it. To find out more about our services and for a quality conservative approach to investing, give us a call. You can call Paul or you can call me at 765-8880. Integrity, trust, and service, the Carew Investment Group. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, thanks. And the Coffee In program will continue. Comments and questions, call them in at 766-1240.
When it comes to emergency service for plumbing and heating, you can't beat C.J. Nemus, 37 Corey Street in Woonsocket. C.J. Nemus offers over 15 years of experience and is licensed in both Rhode Island and Massachusetts. C.J. Nemus offers complete heating system service, plumbing, water heaters, plus drain and sewer cleaning. Remember that senior citizens receive a 10% discount. So give Charlie a call today at C.J. Nemus, 769-4776. They're registered with the Better Business Bureau. They're a master plumber with quality service. It's the only way and the best way. With C.J. Nemus, call today, 769-4776 for C.J. Nemus.
The Coffee In panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
We're local and live at 99.5 FM.
It is Coffee In here on ON, AM, and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. So, Pete Buttigieg is going to be in town today.
Yeah.
Not this town, but he's coming to Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Going to go down there, take a look at the bridge, and give his opinion, I guess.
Well,
And say, well,
that ship has sailed.
well, that's right. Well, he's here because they have
How
to.
can he help?
He's the guy with the money.
He's the guy with the money. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
Governor
how he's
Dan
gonna
McKee
help. Give
will
us
meet
the
with
money.
him. Let's go down and take a look at it. This
Yeah.
is how much money we need to not fix it, get rid
Demolish
of
it and build a
and
new
put in a
one.
new one. He's
Yeah.
I guess he's got to give his rubber stamp and say, yeah, the best thing to
Well,
do
yeah, I think so.
is to. Is,
You know what? I
to
still have
do
a
it.
worry about that because all that traffic is now on the other side.
I know.
bridge.
And for the very first time last Friday, I had to drive over it.
Did you?
And I'm like-
Yeah.
And I was concerned.
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
All
because
of us on
you
one
know,
side.
all
I'm
of a
like,
sudden, all that added weight.
yeah.
You know, the big trucks and everything's.
I was like the
And
backup
it's just as
wasn't-
old as this one. Both sides. Well, I think they must have built them at the same time.
I think so.
So yeah.
So the backup wasn't bad. Yeah, I did slow down and just stopped a couple of times,
Yeah.
but it took
Well,
me about.
what time though was it at?
Well,
that,
it
was it at that?
No.
No.
2:00 in the morning.
Oh yeah.
close, 1 in the afternoon. So
So that's not the
and
bad
I knew
time.
it wasn't going to be bad.
That's not
at
the
that
bad
time.
time.
And so and when I had to go home from wherever I went to, I didn't have to go back over the bridge, so I was happy I was able to go another way.
Oh, good.
And
good, yeah.
avoid it. So
Yeah.
but I mentioned it to Dave earlier. The only reason really Pete Buttigieg is really in town is he wants to go to the Providence College basketball game tonight.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Providence College plays Boston College,
Boston College,
tonight
yeah.
in the first round of the NIT.
NIT,
And it's so funny. We'll switch to sports just a little bit. Every year they pick the 64 teams, really 68 teams,
Yeah.
to be in the NCAA tournament, and there's always teams that don't get in that think they should have, and it happens every year, and I get it. But this year is the worst I've seen of people complaining
Yeah.
of schools that got in versus schools that didn't get in.
Yeah.
And they say the Big East just got the real short end. All the big name coaches have all said they can't believe that Providence and Villanova and Seton Hall did not get in this year. They're shocked.
Villanova didn't get in?
No, they did
Wow.
not. And it's like, wow. So, I mean, but what are you going to do?
yeah.
The selection committee of, I think it's 16 people. They make the call.
Right, because they look at the resumes and
They
you
look
know,
at they look at the schedules. This is what they're supposed to look at. The schedules. Their 1-loss record, obviously.
Yeah.
And and they're supposed to look at strength of schedule. Who
Yeah.
are they playing?
who they put. Yeah.
And like that. And they just say,
Did you watch that last game though?
which last
The,
game
the
of who?
semi with not Creighton. Was it no
Marquette?
Marquette. Yeah. Mm,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, but Marquette's really
Well, they-
really good.
Yeah. No, I know they're really really good.
What I saw, I don't know if you saw it over the weekend, the Ivy League championship, because Brown pulled
yeah.
a major upset
Yes, they did.
and defeated Princeton,
Yeah.
who was supposed to win it all.
Yeah.
So it was Brown versus Yale,
Yeah.
being played in Columbia, and Brown lost by 1 point on the last second.
Yeah.
And I'm yelling at the TV.
Yeah.
No, someone cover that guy. He was wide open underneath the basket, and the Yale guy saw him, passed it right to him, and he had an easy layup. It went in. Yale went up by 2. No time left on the.
Time. Yeah. Well, I saw that play.
Oh, I'm like, oh, that's a killer. That's a killer. But as I've said to other people, Brown should have won.
Yeah.
But when you get your free throws, you got to hit your free
Yeah,
throws.
yeah.
And before that, Brown was at the line, and I said, okay, you got to hit both
Yeah.
so they can go up by 3. And he missed both shots. I was like, no, this might hurt us.
Yeah.
And it certainly did.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, it's too bad. That would have been cool to see Brown to go to the tournament. But and it's Providence versus Boston College tonight in Providence.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing down there, so good for them. And hopefully they can get something big out of this. So that would be pretty cool. So over the weekend, yesterday. And I forgot it was going to happen yesterday, but they had the auction for the murals at McCoy Stadium,
Yeah.
and not that I was going to bid, because most of these babies were 8 feet high.
Yeah. Where do you
I don't know
put them?
where am I going to put this
Yeah.
with my 7-foot high ceilings.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't going to work. So, but I did get some more information. Who do you think? You got to think of all of the Boston Red Sox players that came through McCoy, and you got to go back to the 70s on this. Which one fetched the most amount of money? If you were to guess, of all the Boston Red Sox players, and I was wrong on this, which one got the most amount of money?
I'm going to say Wade Boggs.
Wade Boggs is in the top 5, but he's not the top guy. Linda, you want to take a guess at that?
I think.
Of all the great Boston Red Sox
Yeah,
players?
I'm drawing a blank right now.
Okay.
We'll get another guess?
Sure.
Nomar?
Nomar's not in the top 5.
Oh, okay.
No. Good guesses, though, Ed. My guess was going to be Roger Clemens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big name, big
Yeah,
star, and
yeah.
he did not come in first. It is not Fred Lynn. Got a message come in. It was not Fred Lynn. Carlton Fisk was the top top guy mural with the mural. Someone paid $3,200.
Really? Yeah,
for
that's
Carlton
right.
Fisk.
Carlton Fisk, sure.
Roger Clemens comes in second, $2,900. Jim Rice comes in third, $2,600.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Oil
Yeah.
Can Boyd,
Really?
local guy, still lives in East Providence, $2,500. Wade Boggs comes in fifth, $1,900. So they ranged in price. Carlton Fisk was at the top at $3,200, and the lowest came in at $100.
Oh,
Todd Benzinger. Who remembers Todd Benzinger?
I don't remember their name, but I couldn't tell you
Yeah.
where he played.
yeah.
Yeah, here for a little while. Did okay. Nomar, did you say Nomar?
I did.
Nomar came in $800. That's kind of where the average was
Yeah.
on some of these murals. Let's see. Steve Lyons, remember Psycho?
Yeah, yeah.
$200 for him.
Those murals are beautiful, though. I mean, they're really cool.
Yep.
but where do you put them?
Well, you gotta have
I wonder
lot of room.
who was buying them. You know, like businesses.
Could
maybe,
be businesses
You know, where they could
because
display
I
them.
know and I believe he might be listening right now. But our friend Tim Draper from Navigant Credit Union was looking at the Marty Barrett one because in the background you can see they also painted the billboards that were on the outfield fence, and the billboard behind Marty Barrett is Credit Union Central Falls, which became Navigant
now-
Credit Union.
Yeah.
Well, Tim, listen up. Marty Barrett went for $750.
Yeah.
How about Dewey Evans?
He did not come through.
Really?
He didn't play at McCoy.
Oh, okay.
We got others like Mike Greenwell, $850. Butch Hobson at $500.
Yeah.
Nixon?
Trot Nixon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if there was one because they stopped doing them after a while.
Oh, okay.
Joe Morgan, manager, $400. Thought that would have gone a little higher. Let's see. Anybody? The bigger names. Rich Gedman,
Catcher, yeah.
$450. I thought that would have gone a little higher.
Well, didn't he? Wasn't he like manager also for the Paw Sox?
Who?
Gedman,
He was a hitting coach,
hitting coach.
and he's still the hitting coach up there in Worcester. Mo Vaughn,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yes.
$950.
yeah.
He did okay. So yeah, so it ranged from $100 up to $3,200,
I forgot. Yeah, Roger Clemens.
and I didn't get a one.
Yeah, you didn't know.
That's all right. I got no place to put it. So
Yeah.
so what are you gonna do?
Didn't they make a book of it though? Like a
Someone has written a book.
written all the they're all
And the
in
stories,
there.
I
And
guess,
the
behind it.
stories
Yeah.
and the murals are in there.
Yes,
Yeah.
but this is the
Yeah, the actual. Yeah.
actual mural. So over the weekend here in Rhode Island, I don't have an update from Massachusetts, but 61 DUI arrests
Oh.
in Rhode Island over St. Patrick's Day
Well,
weekend.
Newport, yeah. Newport.
Well, it doesn't say. Does it say exactly where?
No.
No. Let's see. There's a DUI task force.
Yeah.
They made 37 arrests. State troopers made another 24. They handed out 185 citations for various violations, and police responded to 17 car crashes.
Wow.
So I don't know.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Is 61 good or not good?
I don't know. Well, I don't think.
I have no idea.
I don't either.
What
I
is
don't
it
think
usually?
any number is
I
good,
don't know.
right?
Well, that's right. But if you're going into it knowing
How many? Yeah.
we know this is going to happen,
Right.
Can we keep it under 100?
Yeah.
Can we keep it under 50?
Yeah.
And so I don't know if it's all perspective. Is 61
Right.
good or is
Yeah.
61 not good?
I don't know.
It's not bad. I guess I like to see it under 100. And that means they're doing their job.
Well, yeah.
Let's hear it for the state police that are out there. They said they were going to be out there,
Yeah.
and they were.
Well, it was all over the news that they would be out there.
Yep. We know you're going to be out there drinking. We don't want you driving, so don't go and do it. People do it anyway.
Sure.
Don't worry. I can drive just fine.
Have another beer.
All right. Yeah, All right, time to take another break here on the Coffee and Program. More coming your way. 766-1240, the number to call for comments and questions. And time for the weather forecast being brought to you by Compassion International.
Sunny skies today with a high of 45 degrees and a breeze from the west. Tonight, increasingly cloudy, overnight low of 32. Wednesday's weather, a 30% chance of a shower, partly sunny skies, high of 51. Thursday, 40 degrees, breezy, and sunny. Friday, sunshine and 43. Friday night, chance of snow. Saturday, a chance of snow and rain mixed in the morning, becoming all rain after 9 a.m. Cloudy skies Saturday with a high of 49. Sunday, mostly sunny with a high of 41. And Monday, mostly sunny, high near 41.
Nat, currently outside in the Navigate Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street with the sunny skies, we have 37 degrees. Thousands of kids in poverty have waited over a year for a sponsor. End their wait today. Become a Compassion International sponsor. Text radio to 83393.
Hi, I'm Kathy LaValle at The Honey Shop. Check out our Facebook page at The Honey Shop RI, and there you'll see a whole list of our new classes and lots of fun things to do. You could join us for making limoncello, pizzas, pasta making, cheese making, so many fun things to do and learn.
Thanks, Kathy. Folks, if you love food, you'll love the Honey Shop, right behind the Dunkin' Donuts at Park Square in Woonsocket. For an Allstate agent, providing protection options that fit your life is something they take, well, personally. Allstate agents are committed to learning about your needs and helping customize protection to meet them. From bundling your home and auto insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage, your Allstate agent can help build an insurance proposal that fits your life. And just as important as learning what you need is learning what you don't. Because helping you get coverage you want with savings you deserve is what Allstate is all about. It's time to get coverage that's catered to you. Are you in good hands? Call Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. One agency, two locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. One telephone number, 765-5000. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Lou Mandeville here to tell you the only place to get your local high school and college scores, as well as the Pats, Bruins, Celtics, and Sox is on My Morning Sports Reports. And they are right here on ON 1240, Monday through Friday on the Morning Fun Show.
It's Coffee and here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Linda Tebow and Ed Carew. And we're going to call out another business in the Radio Squares Game Card number 3 contest. So if this business makes 5 in a row for you, you give us a call at 762-1240 so we can register 10 people this week to be part of the Survival of the Smartest Championship. The round robin trivia game will play on March 30th. Last person standing wins $300. So cross this business off under the Willow Bakery. 2 squares over from the left, and then it's 3 squares down. Under the Willow Bakery. Cross it off now. If that's 5 in a row for you, give us a call right now, 762-1240. All right. So it was last week that we had the story down in South County where they had to they went into that house and they had all those golden retrievers that had to be not really rescued, but they were seized. They were seized.
Well,
but
they gave them up. Yeah.
Yes, they did. But now they're all ready for adoption. They've all been cleared, and they're not in. Usually you hear about these things when they go in and take animals away. Well, this one's in too bad a shape. That one's in too bad a shape. We got to put this one down and that one down, but not this time. The adoption application review process began yesterday, and everything's going fine. The 27 dogs were negative for ringworm, but they will be treated just as a precaution. They were living in deplorable conditions, and their former owner was fined and had to give up the dogs. But now the golden retrievers are up for adoption if you're in the market for a...
They're beautiful dogs.
They are beautiful dogs.
But very energetic.
All right. Kind of a rhetorical question for Ed, because it deals with Massachusetts. What's wrong with our governor?
You mean the Dung Queen?
The Dung Queen.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. You know, before I saw that the Dung Queens thing,
That was just.
I
yeah.
saw a little bit of the St. Patrick's Day Boston breakfast that they do every year, and I saw her sitting there. I go, "Why is she wearing orange?"
I know.
What are you doing? Didn't anyone tell you? But but I didn't realize that it was the Dung Queens thing. But the reason I ask, and the latest from Maura Healey, is she will no longer be disclosing details when she travels out of state for personal reasons. It's none of our business.
Good.
You're the governor. Healy is not disclosing where she went during a 4-day trip outside Massachusetts last month. She should at least tell the lieutenant governor. I'm out of state, you know. The governor says she will share all details of her work-related travel, if she's traveling as the governor, but will not be releasing information about personal travel. Healy says she plans to make sure that privacy is maintained for her family. Now, we got to go back to past governors. Was this... did other governors do this, Ed?
I don't know.
I'm not aware of that. I just thought they always, because they are in the public eye, they running the state.
I thought they were on duty 24 hours a
I
day,
thought they
7
were
days a
too,
week.
even if they are on vacation,
Yeah.
even if they are out of state, even if they are. She comes to Rhode Island sometimes on vacation, but the people. I think the people have the right to know that she's not at the State House. Well, where is she?
I don't know.
You always know when the president's taking a vacation. You always know when Barack Obama was at Martha's Vineyard.
As long as somebody, like the lieutenant governor or what, as long as somebody is in power knows that she's not there, and if a crisis comes up suddenly that they have to handle it, I don't think that she has to tell you that she's going to the beach in New Hampshire next weekend or something like that. You know, and I don't know. I just don't get it. But hey, what the heck? I can understand the privacy part, not wanting to get her family involved, this and that. But what the heck? She's not Taylor Swift. It's not like they're going to mob them.
Yeah.
All she has to do is, okay, I'm going to Hawaii for the week or whatever. It's a vacation. I need a state police detail at my house. I don't even know what town she lives in. Just have them stationed out there 24 hours to watch the house. There, safety insured. And now, the people of the Commonwealth, like myself, if I want to know where she is, not that I normally want to know where she is, but in case I do, oh no, she's on vacation. Her and her family went to Hawaii for the week. Okay, fine. I know where the governor is. This keeping it a secret for quote unquote safety reasons. I don't know.
I mean, what are you afraid of?
Me, nothing. But
No, not you.
What is she afraid of?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it's odd. So
I mean, we don't know. Maybe she's gotten threats of something,
yeah,
physical threats to
you know.
her or her family, or threats against her property, or
she might have only because of her appointing her ex-girlfriend to that judge ship. This is a court thing
it
that
could
she
have
did.
something to do with it. You have
Maybe
no
it does.
idea. There is some wacky people out there.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I
take much to
understand.
set them off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Plus,
But I still don't know why you need to make an announcement that I'm not telling when I'm
well,
going somewhere
but
anymore.
don't say that. Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
Just do
exactly.
You
What's
know,
the
the thing
point?
is, no matter what your office is, whether you're the president or the mayor or the whatever, you have a vacation. You are, you can have a vacation and that's fine, and you should anyway. But you leave somebody else in charge.
Well, yeah, I'm sure
You
that.
lea- but you
when-
are always available by phone. They still know how to reach you, especially today. With the
I'm
phones and
sure
everything
that
we
would
have.
be the case.
And that is the case,
know?
yeah. I mean, but I think she shouldn't have said that.
Right, yeah.
She should have just did it. She doesn't have to explain.
Yeah, that's what
Why
I
put
mean.
out a
What's,
press
what's
release?
the point
Yeah,
of
why
telling
put
people
telling
this,
people that? Yeah.
other than to have us say, I'm all for it or I'm against it, or
Yeah.
it's just another reason
It's
to
a-
criticize.
Right. I mean, she makes executive decisions about many things, so just do it. Just do it, and,
I don't know.
and that's all.
Is
And
it-
she's probably, even her lifestyle choices could leave her a target for
Yes,
things.
sure.
you know. And so.
And maybe actually is getting threats to say, I'm watching you,
Well,
I know you
perhaps,
are.
Yeah, but I think the best thing, you know, sometimes not saying anything is more powerful than saying something, and just do it. And just, you know, you leave the lieutenant governor is in charge
Yeah.
while you are, like, remember, was it the defense secretary? He was in the hospital and he didn't tell
anybody.
See, that wasn't good.
Yeah.
That wasn't good, and he was concerned for his privacy. But just, and he just did it, you know. But I guess you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. but-
Well, I wonder if
yeah.
any state senators or state reps in Massachusetts, are they putting out press releases saying, I'm trying to get a hold of the governor and she's nowhere to be found.
Yeah,
And why isn't she telling us where she is?
yeah,
And so that's her response
yeah.
to those remarks. Or maybe they're saying it on the floor. I don't know. So I don't know, maybe
Well, I
someone
think
at
if they
PR
said that,
said, "All right,
the
you gotta
world
come up
would
with
know
something."
about it. I think if somebody was saying that,
That I can't get a hold of the governor? And
I think we would have
Heard
would
that
be
part?
Headlines, breaking news. you
So
know?
yeah, why come out and say
Yeah.
that if you don't need to?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
We talked a little bit earlier about how bad things are in Haiti and like that, and how the gangs have taken over down there.
Well,
But look what's happening just in the last week or so down in Fall River.
yes,
I mean, there's teens
Yeah.
arraigned for roles in Fall River killing. Fall River man charged in murder of housemate.
18-year-old going to school, got
Yes,
shot and killed.
I'm like,
yeah.
well, things are bad.
Very bad. Yeah.
Down in that area. I'm like, what's in the water in Fall River?
Yeah, not good.
Battleship Massachusetts.
Is that what's down there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
in a submarine.
Yeah.
yeah.
You ever go on that?
Which one?
Battleship Cove, whatever's there.
Battleship Cove.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah,
I've been on it. I've
been on a battleship.
Have you been on the submarine?
No.
Have you been on the submarine?
No, nor do I want to.
It's a weird feeling.
No, I couldn't do submarine.
And
It's
this,
too- yeah.
you could go on it, and it's very claustrophobic.
Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah.
And we were there one time with my family, and people in front of us that were going through it as well, like closed the door. I mean, even more claustrophobic.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I had to quickly go up and open it to get it a little more open. And my wife's like, "I gotta get out of here."
Get out of it. Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. Yeah.
It's and I don't know how they do it. It's a special kind of person that can be in a submarine. You saw where they slept and how they slept. Basically in hammocks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3 in a row.
yeah, yeah.
It's like, wow, this is
Yeah,
difficult.
no, I could not be a submariner. No,
And we weren't below water.
no, it
The
didn't
submarine
matter.
was above water.
You're in a tube.
You're in it. Yeah. How do you do with planes?
You know, I'm okay in a plane. I don't know
You are?
why. Yeah, I am. I'm okay in a plane.
It's a tube,
I know, but it's not under the water.
It is not under the water. You're right.
Yeah.
It better not be under the water.
No, one would hope it's not.
But yeah, something's going on in
Yeah,
in
there's
Fall
a lot.
River
You know, there was one thing that the mayor, what's his name? That mayor.
of
I can't think of his.
of
Anyway,
Fall River.
but they were interviewing him about, the 18-year-old that got killed,
right.
and then another, and talking about the guns, and he said, too many people have guns, and they do silly things with guns, and I'm like, Mayor, that's not a silly thing that they just did. They committed murder.
Yeah.
His choice of words.
Not good.
Sometimes your choice of words is not a good idea.
Yeah.
Silly. I mean, silly things.
Wrong word.
Wrong word. Wrong word, Mayor. Yeah.
So there's that going on, and then there's this other story. People flock into Boston on St. Patrick's Day because they do, and we had the story that it's the second best city to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in,
Yeah.
right next to Chicago. But a firefighter from Ireland visiting Boston for the St. Patrick's Day parade was arrested and charged with rape,
I saw that.
and they just got him.
Yeah.
They had to go onto the airplane
Yeah.
he was on, getting ready to leave town.
Yeah.
Terrence Crosby of Dublin
Yep.
was Saturday night. It's funny
Irish,
that
citizen, Ireland.
was the parade on Saturday. I thought it was on Sunday.
It was on
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Newport was
Well,
Saturday. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he missed the parade then.
Yeah.
Maybe because he was after he was questioned by detectives.
Yeah.
He said, "I gotta I got to get out of Dodge.
They took his passport.
37-year-old Crosby accused of raping a woman at a hotel in downtown Boston early Friday morning. He's being held on $100,000 bail, which he probably doesn't have. And he surrendered his passport. Has to remain in Massachusetts if he's released. How many euros is that, by the way? 100,000.
Don't know.
So what's the conversion? Imagine calling
A
home.
lot.
Can someone raise that amount of money and
Yikes.
Western Union it over to Boston so I
Right.
get out of jail? But I can't leave town. Can't leave the Commonwealth. So that's too bad. But man, there's two sides to the story. You got to wait to hear what really happens. So you never know. So we're going to take another break here on the Coffee and program, and more is coming your way. 766-1240, comments and questions. The latest Buick and GMC models, as well as used cars, trucks, and SUVs, can be found at Tasca Buick GMC in Woonsocket. The Buick Encore GX is a sporty SUV that strikes a distinctively athletic tone. The Envision has a suite of 6 advanced safety and driver assistance technologies that come standard. The GMC Sierra 1500, Acadia, and Terrain trucks are on the lot now at Tasca Buick GMC. Visit TascaBuickGMC.com to see their entire inventory of new and used cars. Tasca Buick GMC, Fortin Drive, Woonsocket is open 7 days a week.
What would you do with $300 in cash? To find out, play the Valley Breeze ON Radio Squares contest all this week, exclusively in the Valley Breeze newspapers and right here on ON AM and FM radio.
All right, it is Coffee In here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Callahan here with Linda Tebow and Ed Carew. All right, we'll get the you guys' opinion on this. I heard it over the weekend. In fact, the president had to put out a press release. It's something Trump said again, and do we take him seriously? Do we take him at his word, or what? And this is the whole using of the word bloodbath. If he's not elected. Did you hear him say this?
It'll be,
not say it, but did you?
No, I heard it on the news.
I heard it too.
Bloodbath, yeah.
And I read
Yeah.
the text. I guess it was the text that he put out that used the word in there.
Yeah, he did.
I'm like,
Yeah, he did. He also said that all those people that stormed
the beach in
no,
Normandy?
the Senate and everything.
Oh,
you know,
oh,
on
on January 6th, yeah.
that January 6th,
yeah.
that they were being held hostage.
Hostage.
Uh-huh.
The people that are in jail
Yeah,
are being
yeah.
held hostage. Yeah.
All right.
That was a little interesting little tidbit.
Yeah.
But I did hear him say bloodbath if we don't win this election. Yeah.
So do we take him literally, or is he talking figuratively again?
I don't know.
From what I read, I say, well, yeah, he uses that word, but and I see people that are trying to. I just got another message. $100,000 is 112 euros, 112,000 euros.
Thank you. Thank you
Thanks,
for sharing
thanks,
that. with
Lance. I appreciate that. Someone did the conversion for us. But I'm seeing people, your conservative pundits that are trying to defend him, saying, he's not. You're taking him literally again, and how they're saying you always take the conservative Republicans literally, yet when the Democrats say something like this, you take them figuratively, meaning the media does. And so, but I don't know in this case. Is he calling for just chaos if he doesn't win in November, or is he not? And he hasn't said anything since then. And Biden put out a press release, basically saying, well, he's a bad guy, and shouldn't be elected because of using words like this.
He has to. He's his own worst enemy. He needs
Well,
to
I
have
know.
a tape on his
It's
mouth.
always been that way.
Yeah.
He's been that way. He's it's like the mayor that said silly when somebody shoots the gun. It's why would you say that? Why would you say that?
He doesn't think sometimes.
Well, he does. Bingo. There lies the rub.
Thank you. I don't know.
Things that come out of his mouth is very.
Because I keep thinking, do you not want to be elected? Why do you keep shooting? Why do you keep shooting yourself in the foot?
Yeah.
Do you just think your supporters are just gonna? And some of them will. No, he's
And
just kidding.
there was another piece, because he was talking, and he's got the teleprompter here, and I can't read this damn thing, and he's like, so and so, I don't know what I'm saying up here, like,
Oh my gosh.
let me run out and vote for you, right?
Who
Come
said
on.
this?
Trump. I think it was almost in that same. It was at that same event when he was, doing, trying to get people to vote for him. Yeah.
Yeah, when he goes off the
And he
cuff.
just if read the words on the prompter. That's.
I don't think either one of them are qualified
Well,
at this point.
Well, bingo.
You
Yeah,
know,
I'm with you on that.
You know, maybe years ago, but not looking
now.
forward 4 more years. Are you gotta be kidding me?
Yeah.
All right. I saw this over the weekend too. Remember Scott Brown?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Senator Scott Brown. He says he was asked by Robert Kennedy Jr. to be his vice presidential running mate,
Uh-huh.
Really.
and Scott Brown said no.
Really.
I didn't get into the details of why,
Yeah.
but he said, "Oh yeah, he was asked, I guess, before Aaron Rodgers and Jesse Ventura."
Oh right.
He was, but he just said no, thank you. Maybe he just doesn't believe in the
Yeah.
things that Robert F. Kennedy does.
Yeah.
But he was asked. I said, "Well,
Yeah.
that's good. Well, that's
Yeah.
nice. Always nice to be asked, right?"
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to other things, a Florida woman is under arrest after 3 kids in her care consumed milkshakes tainted with THC-laced gummy candies. Yep, it responded to a medical center in the Keys where 7, 8, and 9-year-olds were recovering. The kids accessed the drugs to make unicorn milkshakes. That's in quotes. I guess unicorns make rainbows, so they want it in different colors. Okay. The 34-year-old allegedly admitted to having the drugs unsecured and remained behind bars. So maybe the woman didn't give them
Oh, good.
to her.
Well,
The kids
took
just
them.
the
found
kids
them.
just see the gummies.
They
and
want.
it's-
okay.
and it's candy.
Right. It's candy.
And
yeah.
they don't read what, or maybe they're just not maybe they're in a plain package. Anyway, oh hey, gummies.
You're right.
These are good.
Yeah.
Well, you just throw
Yeah.
them into the milkshakes and start on them. But so yeah, she was under arrest. Well, you got to be. You can't say, "Oops, not my fault." That the 9-year-old gave it to the 8 and the 7-year-old, or whichever one got them.
Yeah. Wow.
You're in trouble. How can that? You're a nurse, Linda.
Well,
How does THC affect kids more?
well, respiratory. Let me count the ways.
All right.
Everything.
Just because they're younger and less
Well,
developed
of
than
course.
adults?
Well, and they're smaller. The
Yeah.
body weight.
So the gummy is probably an adult dose.
Right. Sure. They're not made for children. right. Yeah. And think
it-
about it, 7, 8, 9. They're little.
Yeah,
They don't have
Is
a
it
lot
life-
of
is it
body weight.
life-threatening?
Sure. Well, it could be.
could be.
Could
yeah.
be. Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Wow. All right. Let's see. Oh, speaking of, we brought it up a little earlier. We need more mental health days. A man described as suffering from extreme mental illness. I'm sorry, I shouldn't joke about this. Suffering from extreme mental illness was arrested over the weekend after reportedly stealing a Jackson, Mississippi police cruiser. Yeah, it's so embarrassing as the police officer. Although they do leave the cars running. Officer responded to a call about a person that was off his medications. They say the suspect, identified as Trevin Bell, jumped into their car and drove off. He was stopped by police a short time later, taken into custody. There were no weapons inside the police cruiser. That's good. They must have taken him out
Thank God.
while they were going. So that it's something I've never seen. But can you imagine seeing? It looks like those police cruisers are chasing that one police cruiser. They're not chasing anybody else, but that guy, that other car. That's odd.
God.
You don't see that very often.
Yikes.
So, all right, but it makes you wonder how he could get around them, get into the car,
Yeah.
get it and drive and leave without them catching up to him to put a stop to it. Unless they were distracted somehow or fell down or something. So, but I'm sure it can happen. I just don't know how. So, wow.
It's agile.
Agile and nimble, nimble as
right.
well. A second man is being charged in connection to the theft of a pair of ruby slippers from The Wizard of Oz. Ruby slippers worn by Judy Garland in the movie were stolen in 2005 from the Judy Garland Museum by a man named Terry John Martin. Now, 76-year-old Jerry Hal Salterman is in trouble for his alleged role in the scheme. Salterman made his first court appearance in Minnesota this weekend, where he was charged with the theft of a major artwork and witness tampering. An indictment against him says Salterman received, concealed, and disposed of an object of cultural heritage between 2005 and 2018. The real ruby slippers?
The real ones. Did you see them? They showed them, and you
Yeah?
could see Judy Garland's. And they said she had several pair that she wore.
Yeah.
But these were the best.
Why were they the best?
I don't know.
The least dirty?
But
or
her
whatever?
name was in. They were real
She signed them?
beautiful.
Yeah.
Her name was inside of them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's like not really similar, but in the movie The Blues Brothers, John Belushi kept losing his sunglasses.
Yeah.
He had to wear, he had like 8 pair,
Yeah.
and it was always when they go to the next day for shooting. John, wear your sunglasses. I don't know. Stop. We get some I don't know grip. run out to the drugstore and get a pair of dark sunglasses. And if you actually watch the movie, you can tell they
They're just
changed.
Changed, really.
Like, wait a minute, those aren't the same frames as he wore in the last scene. But John had other things going on
yeah.
that he was just
Go
losing.
get him some more cheap sunglasses.
Yeah, there you go. Are you gonna
Borrow them from ZZ Top.
go see that show this year? The big, real hard rock and southern rock tour this summer is ZZ Top and Leonard Skinner
Leonard Skinner.
Really?
Yeah.
coming to Mansfield. It is the
They are?
what?
Yeah.
Yes, it is the Sharp Dressed Simple Man tour.
Uh-huh.
I said, oh, that's clever.
That's good. That's good.
So I expect a lot of motorcycles and I expect a lot of pickup trucks
Yep.
coming by my house.
Yep.
You think you
I think
you'd
I'll
like
leave the
to go?
Genesis home that night and take our pickup truck.
Yeah.
Take our Silverado so we can fit in.
You want to fit in with the crowd.
Yeah, yeah. With the boys.
That's right, with the good old boys.
Yeah.
All right. You think you'd like to go?
I'd love to go.
You'll go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last time I saw them was at Twin River.
It was ZZ Top, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw Leonard Skinner a few years ago. They opened for Kid Rock, and I was incredibly surprised at how much I enjoyed Kid Rock. I was amazed. I go, well, I know Leonard Skinner's going to open. I'm okay. Kid Rock's not going to be, but he had the crowd jumping. Yeah, literally. I was like, wow, what a great performer. And the other concert news yesterday, ELO. I like ELO too.
With Jeff
Yes,
Lynne?
Yeah.
With Jeff Lynne. It's actually called Jeff Lynne's ELO because I think all the band members have left.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's Jeff Lynne's ELO final tour.
Uh-huh.
Was announced yesterday. He's going to be in Boston at the end of September at the Garden. I'm like, See, when I hem and haul like this,
Yeah, then
and
you-
then I decide to buy,
Then there's
tickets
no
are lousy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you got to get them right away.
I know.
Yeah.
But I said, boy, because I will go online and I will watch Jeff Lynne's ELO live at Wembley Stadium and see different songs from that show, and it's spectacular. All right, to the panel, caller says you should listen to Trump. Caller should listen to Trump's speaks instead of what the media says. They would get another opinion. All right, good point.
But
Instead of because the media comes out and says, "Oh, he's using the word bloodbath and how terrible he is."
He did. I heard him say.
That's right. But what the caller I think is saying is go back and listen to what he says
Oh, right. And,
in his entirety,
Yeah, right.
and you'll get a different opinion of what
Yeah.
he's actually trying to say.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're right, and you should because should you listen to what the media says? No.
No. Listening to him is enough for me.
No, well, all right. There you go. But yeah, you really should. Don't take what even
Out of
us here,
context. I
don't
hear what
take
he's saying. Don't take it out
yeah,
of context.
Don't
I
take
hear that.
what you hear
yeah.
on our radio station, on our national media,
Yeah.
on CBS, ABC,
Yeah.
Fox, all
Right.
of them.
Yeah.
You just can't go. Oh, isn't he a terrible person because of
Yeah.
what Don Lemon said?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't go. You can't do that. You got to go. All right, let me go back. If you really need to, go back and see what he really. How did he really say it? And what is he really trying to say? And maybe you come up with the same opinion as the media, but then again, maybe you don't.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And I just think the thing that the president did, someone in his administration, hey, Trump just used this word bloodbath. Let's get something out, making him look more like a jerk.
Sure. Yeah.
And Biden's like, yeah, this is
Well,
a
that's
great idea.
politics, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
If we can
that's
make him look bad
Yeah.
at any time, that's what we're going
Yeah.
for. All right, we've come to the end of the program, so thank you very much for listening in. We're always very happy to have you here. Ed Crew, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for inviting me.
Enjoy your Genesis.
That's not my Genesis.
That's
Well, enjoy-
step
when I
Genesis.
get mine back.
Yes, yes.
That's a stepchild.
enjoy the one you took.
The nice thing about the loaners from Genesis is
Yeah.
they'll give you the same car you were driving.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
You know, so,
So you
you,
don't have to
know where
learn
everything
anything.
is. You
Yeah.
don't have to,
Yeah.
you don't
You
have to
don't
figure out how
learn.
to put on
Right, yeah.
the windshield wipers or the
Yeah.
lights or whatever. Yeah.
Do they pay for the gas too?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
You'll be reimbursed for the gas you use?
It's their gas. They filled it.
Okay, they fill it, but let's say you have it for a week or so and you have to fill it again.
Oh,
Or-
I don't
or
know.
put more in.
I don't expect to keep it
To do
for a week
Oh,
and run
okay.
out of gas when they went in there for a simple service.
Oh, well, all right, perfect.
They just weren't able to return it in
All right.
time.
Linda Tebow, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
All right. My name's Joe Callahan. Have yourself a great day, everyone. Stay tuned. We've got the Woonsocket Prevention Coalition coming up, and then it's Do You Remember with Gary Smith and the crew here on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news. Rhode Islanders are reminded the deadline for early voting is April 1st. It started last Wednesday, and eligible voters can find their early voting location online at voteri.gov or by contacting their local board of canvassers. The state's presidential primary is April 2nd, and by the way, you can use